Hi chums, this is not about gardening, and it's not about wood turning, and it's not about cooking. There's only other one thing left in the world that's as important as any of those things, and that's motorbikes. This is my bike. It's a Kawasaki Z650 SR. It's the American version of the bike, and it came in with sort of fuel what's the word, emissions controls on it and stuff, and it came in here into Ireland as a rat bike from Utah, and we all laughed when it was taken out of the crate, and out with it came one of the biggest spiders I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, my friend Brendan restored this bike, and it won the best Japanese restoration in Ireland at that time. That was about 12 years ago, I think. And then I bought it. I bought it and I rode it. I'm not allowed on it now because basically my back's too fragile now, and if it came off I would just be in bits, you know. I'm prepared to take that risk, but I'm not prepared to take that risk with Rosemary's life, because it's hard enough to put up with me without having to look after me in a wheelchair, or dead maybe, you know. Well, there's no looking after me then, but yeah, she might want me around for a while, I don't know, but I'm assuming that. So really I would do it, but I really have to think of Rosemary here and say no. So I did actually mention to my consultants that I had a motorbike and should I ride it anymore, and they looked at me as if my head was completely cut. Is that the most stupid question you've ever asked anybody in your life, was their expression. But I had to get somebody actually had to say to me, don't ride it. I'd already made the decision not to, but it had to be finalised. So my consultant finalised it, so I can say to people, my doctors don't allow me to ride it, and that's what I wanted, you know. A couple of them said to me, how many times have you come off? And I went, well, never on this bike. I've come off like Honda 90s and stuff, but I've never come off that bike. And they went, well, so what's the problem? And I said, but the ones that might come off is the problem. So there we are. It's sitting now. It's going to be used by my friend Kieran, and to keep it going, basically, you know. So that's it. It's a lovely bike. It's got lovely detail on it. The things that won the competition, things like that there, like braided lines, you know, stainless steel lines, little brass cups on the shocks. It's just lots of little detail on it that I wouldn't even notice, but a biker would, you know. So a lovely bike. It needs a really good clean, as you can see. It's completely filthy, but what do you call it? When it's done up, it's lovely. I used to go up to the Northwest 200, the famous road races here, and that bike got a lot of attention, and it was actually nice, you know, because you would come back to the bike and there's a whole big crowd of people standing around it, because it's an old bike. I think it's a 1976 bike, and it's a super going thing, you know. So there you are. The reason I'm putting this up is because I happened to mention having a motorbike on a wood turning forum, and as quick as a flash the boys said I wouldn't mind seeing that, which is really no pictures, never happened, which I think is a super rule. I don't resent the fact that I was maybe challenged, you know, but I think it's a super rule, you know. Put your money where your mouth is and show us a thing. So there you are. That's my Kawasaki Z650 SR, and a lovely machine she is, but alas, no longer for me. And I'm sad. I'm obviously very sad, but I'd rather that my friend used it than I put it on eBay and two boys come over from England and stuck it in the trailer, and that was the last I ever saw of it, you know. There's a lot of history with it, so that's why she's still here. The reason I'm doing this, the reason she's out, is because she has to be moved, because the little stove here is hopefully going in tomorrow, and we'll have to get a wee platform built for it, because if I raise this, there's the mouthpiece of the stove, you know. If I raise that 9 inches, I don't have to bend over to put stuff into it, and when I go to empty it, I can kneel in front of it and empty it, so it makes it a lot easier for me to work with. So little details like that make life a lot more comfortable, you know. So there's where we are, and me more is sitting there with one belt on it. Went to put the other belt on last night, well, my friend Kieran did, and he noticed 4 pulleys needed replaced. So it's not like they were okay, but I mean, it's 12 years old. I might as well do the thing now, while he's here, get all the pulleys replaced, and then new belts, and that's her for good. One of the belts broke, and look at there's the belt there that broke. You know, you can see that it's done a brave bit of work. You know, it's certainly earned its keep. You know, that's a drive belt that drives the wheels through the gearbox, so it's continually running. You know, so that's why it's in such a state. But 12 years, apparently I've done very well to get that out of it. So happy enough. But there you go. That's me little belt project that Kieran's doing. Me bike project that will be Kieran's, because as I say, I'm handing over to him for him to use it, because I don't want to sell it. I'd rather see somebody else I know using it than sell it and never see it again. You know, because it's between myself and the McAlorans, there's a lot of history in this here. You know, so there you go. And my wee belly poppily stove. So we'll be doing an update on that. I have a chimney sweep here at the moment. Well, he was here earlier and he cleaned the 2 chimneys and put a cowl on one of them, but another one needs some repointing done on a new pot. The crows were unbelievable. They want to see the amount of stuff they get in the chimney, so it'll mean no more birds in the chimney. So there we go. That's her, folks. Just give you a look from the front of the bike. I wish I had somebody else here that could lift the bike. I put that light on it. It used to have a light from a BMW on it, an old BMW with a brass back on it, a brass housing here. This was brass, but then Paul bought that and he put Street Fighter the wee twin lights on it. I didn't like those, so I put that big light on, which is a proper motorbike light, and happy days. And that little tool roll there is full of wiring and stuff, you know, which keeps everything nice and tidy. And now look at it, I've broke the indicator. Ah, well, that's not a big fix, you know. So there you go then, me bike, Kawasaki Z650 SR. All the best now. Bye bye.